Hi everyone, welcome to Stampin' Blends. Thanks for joining me. Hope you are all doing well, and it's lovely to see you, and it's lovely to be here tonight. My name is Rachel Smith, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in Melbourne, Australia. Just, I'll give you a few seconds to find me, and just to make sure that I'm in the right spot as well. And it has been a little while, so since I have been on. So I am very excited to be here, and I've got a lovely cut to share with you and a process video as well. So this is where sometimes I do share with you the process I work through as I create. Let me know where you're joining me from and who's watching with me. Love to chat with you. Please ask me any questions you have and comment on what you love or any colors that you're seeing that you like. Today I'm going to be creating with the Winterly Treetops bundle, and I'm going to pair it with something that some designer series paper that I haven't paired it with before, not that I can remember anywhere, and just going with a bit of a different color palette for me. And I do have a sketch that I am following, so I will share my card that I am my original card so you can see what I have created and where I'm kind of heading with it. So I'll just switch angle so you can see my desk. So the Winterly Treetops bundle is in our mini catalog. So our Stampin' Up mini catalog runs through from September to December, and it has several products. One being this Ranger Days bundle, which I have used on my original card. So this is basically the sketch I'll be following, and I will give you some details on how I did create this card. And this was intended to be uh, one of my Facebook Lives, which I did this some weeks ago. And then I thought, well, I will switch it up and change it and do something different. And so I hope you enjoy the variation that I'll be sharing with you. I'm going to pair the Winterly Treetops bundle with the Regal Flora Designer Series paper. And this is a really rich uh, and it's rich paper, which is actually has a lot of our Regal's range in it. And it has some also specialty designer series paper in that suite. We did some of these, gave some examples in the stamping lounge in the retreat, in our Rangers Days retreat. So I'm just gonna check for any comments and bear with me because if I haven't um, commented. And if I miss your comments, please don't uh, be upset. I will go back and check. Sometimes I don't always see everything. So here I have actually used the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. Now, if you like that paper, and the Stamping Month is doing our monthly class this in November is with the Sentimental Christmas suite. So what I've got, and it is a process video, so I don't have a card as such which I have created, but I am doing a sketch. So I thought I would go with this piece of the designer series paper of I this is a lovely piece which has many colors. So we could go with anything, and I really like this set too. But I am going with garden green for my backing here, so my matte layer, and picking up on some of that. I know it's not really one of the predominant colors that you can see. It could be old olive, you could go either way, but I've just gone with garden green. I've chosen a strip of this wild bee check, which I really, really love. And again, I've got for that piece, I'm going to try, and once we start assembling, we'll have to see how this goes. I'm thinking a Blackberry Bliss for that background matte panel. So always, as we start coloring images and assembling, things will pan out, and we will see what happens. Hi, Christine. Thanks for joining me. Lovely to see you. So let's see what goes. And I've got a basic white matte layer as well, which will emboss and something. So I'll leave those aside for now. I'm going to be stamping this. We're replacing the deer with the birds. And so that image could be anything. You could flip this sketch, put that on the right. You could put this, you could do it vertically or portrait and do anything you like there. So, but I'm going to see, I think it'll work in the same way. If not, I will make go the birds on the right. And I'm inking this up, the image, in Tuxedo Black. Yeah, I think actually the birds are facing the other way, so it will work on the same side as the deer. Hi, Tanya. Great to see you. Hope you all are doing well. Madly creating Christmas cards, I suppose. I haven't quite got into the madness yet. I probably should. I'm relaxed. Um, in all honesty, I've been a bit. I feel, you lose not mojo as such, but like I feel like I'm a bit like that. For want of a word, I'm not crafting as hard as I should be. I am crafting, but I'm getting stuff done. I feel I'm not doing as much as I should be, or just in general. And I said maybe my craft room is messy, and sometimes when you're working or you want, there's so much going on, you don't know where to start. Sometimes that can hinder as well, because you're going like in my head. I'm going, do I do this first or do I do that first? And make a list and just stick with it, I think. So this image I'm going to stamp a couple of times. That is going to kind of, trying something, going to form that little piece. Not, not yet, not doing the Christmas mad rush. This is what I'm And I always have good intentions. I want to give like the stuff at school, cards, and then I'm madly writing 150 cards with 5 days school closing, and it's like mental. And I think I'd learn. Then I admit who's with me on that. Don't know how to say no. I go, yes, I'll do this and I'll do that. It's just the way it is, honey. So I kind of with the bird. Okay, I'm not practicing coloring, so I'm just going with what I feel. I'm picking up on the colors in here. So blackberry glaze, and I thought just for a bit of a lighter tone, and I may have to go another shade lighter just so it's not as strong. I've got moody, and I think I may have to pick up on some uh, bubble bath maybe. Yeah, so I've got bubble bath. I've got blackberry glaze, moody mauve, and bubble bath. I'm just starting with that as my three kind of pink tones because I think it's gonna need something a little bit lighter. I've got a bit of glue dot on it. Stamping blend. Um, just to get it a bit mixy. You could even go if you wanted to. I know it's not got bubble bath there, but just for a blend. For my greens, because I've chosen garden green as my cardstock layers, and we don't have garden green in Stampin' Blends, but that's okay. I'm going to do some prep work on that cardstock. I've got old olive and shaded spruce, shamrock. Thinking with the shaded spruce may be a touch better. Let's see. I think I've mixed my colors up. Let's see. That's light shaded. Yeah, I have mixed colors up there. Which I do. So, yeah, okay. Now we've got shaded spruce. So we've got light shaded spruce and dark shaded spruce. So if we mix those two, it makes form some sort of a version which matches with that garden green. And I've got our wild wheat, which I'll put somewhere on that bed. So I think that will go in nicely. I'm going to start with bubble bath. I'm going with light. Let me bring that on. If you're not doing well, Tanya, that is not nice. Just makes you really exhausted, doesn't it? So this is light bubble bath. I'm going to probably bring it in that lightest section of the bird. I'm starting light. And then I can, if I want to make that bit darker, I can, but it just gives me some ability to get a deeper shape. Now I'm bringing in, this is light woody mauve. So just following those lines and extending that line for the wing. Blackberry Blaze can be quite a strong, this is moody mauve, but when I do it, Blackberry Blaze can be quite a strongish color, so you've got to add it in little sections so you can work it in. Depends what look you're going for though. Now I'm gonna try my blackberry. This is light, so I'm working with all the lighter shades and then I'll bring that in. So this is the light blackberry bliss. I'm gonna get a darker shade up there. I will bring in my light coloring mauve and blend that in. That blended in quite well. I wasn't expecting that. And I'll go back in with my light around the eye. There. I'll work on the other bit in a minute. I just wanted to get that color mixed in nicely. So still just working with those lighter shades so far. Now I'm gonna try and bring, let's try this dark. And I just test it there. And I'm gonna bring it in on that wing there. This is the dark blackberry blend now. Just on the tail. What do you call it? I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't sound right when you say tail. This is the light blackberry with. Just take your time with Stampin Blends and what you can. There's no, like, you don't need to rush it. And also, there's no right or wrong. Just work with it. Now, I'm just bringing brush tip of my light uh, bubble blue. I was gonna say bubble blue. It's definitely not bubble blue. And I will blend that in. And bring a bit of this light down. Putting more. I haven't used it a lot, so it's nice that I can use it now. I'm going to bring in the color lifter. And now here, I don't want to have stark white, so I'm applying the color lifter first. And then I will go in with the light button bar. So you can see that's giving you a lighter shade. So it's still giving you that color, but not oversaturating it. And it's giving you a lighter color. If you haven't checked out the Stamping Lounge, we have lots of this type of classes, blending, and Kayla and Master do lots of different classes as well with techniques, just on projects, ink blending, heat embossing, the various types of heat embossing, all types of fun things. We do specific videos, and it's constantly there's new content all the time. We also have a monthly class and a monthly Zoom catch up. So this weekend we have a Zoom catch up where you just bring your crafting, we have a chat, you can ask questions, but we all just work on our own projects in that one. So that's our first bird done. I want to chat. I think it may need a little bit of this. I love my wild weeds. Just gonna add that there on the beak. Just add a touch of it in this through the. It's gonna break down that heavy pink there. And I'm gonna leave it so you just see how that dries out, and then I'll work on the other bird. So now again with our light bubble bath, and I might do now I know kind of what how I'm working with this. So now I might go in what I did last, I'll do first and apply this color here, the color lift I should say, and while I've got the light, just work that in. Once you get sort of established how you're doing it, it becomes quicker. I was messing around with the colors and I hadn't kind of worked out my system. So I had to go slow and work out how we were doing this. As this is drying, I'm feeling this is going to need a bit of a darker bubble bath. I keep going to call that blue. It's all the bees. And just feel I need something to blend that in. I'm just dotting it. And we'll do that too. And we added a little bit of the light blackberry leaf here on the first bird. Light woody more. Just extending it into those to the wings and down here. And right here, I'm going to create a bit of shadow there, and I'll bring in a bit of a darker color there. Light again, just to blend that in. This is light bubble bath. I will go with my light woody mode just to make sure when you use your stamping ones, you do cover them because they dry quite easily and you don't want to leave them open for extended periods of time. Plus, if you do leave them open, it can give you quite a strong smell. So now my wild weed, and I'm just going to add touches of it here and there. I'll bring in my dark blackberry bliss. Adding a little bit, bring it a light, put that in, and we can pull that color out with a bit of that moody mauve. Now, obviously light, you could use the dark as well because it's probably a bit more of that tone. Just my brush end. Trying to soften that edge a bit. And that can be, you can also use your color lifter to soften that. So I'm bringing in the dark bubble bath and I will soften that edge. It's basically, I would say muting that stock edge. I'll leave that for now. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Sue. Great to see you guys. Hi, Mastery. Happy birthday. Do I sing? Do I sing for you? Hope you had a good day. So now for our little, I'll try and use the same when we color. So I will probably Where's our little piece? We'll try and do a bit of matching as much as we can. So we haven't got too much wild wheat. You could use it's you can go daffodil tonight, but I'm going wild wheat. So lots of little berries to color, lots and lots. That's okay. They're easy enough to color. They don't take too long. So if you're just joining, I'm following this sketch. Uh, basically, so we've changed the animal and we've changed the paper. So this is a bit of a more neutral colors, and then I've gone with the birds and the Regals. Yeah, it was kind of a last minute decision. I just didn't know where I was going with it, honestly. I thought, oh, let's try something different. So I'm doing, I think I will only need 1.5 of these, but I'm just going to color them all. You can use whatever, if you don't have this bird, you can use you have other birds and whatnot. You can swap it around for a snowman if you want. Just use the different. You could have one of the house, the humble home. That would be nice with the sketch. You see where my head was going from this stamp set to that stamp set. What do I do? Confused. And then when it comes to that point, you go, I've got to make a decision, and that's it. Stick with that. So now I'm just bringing the dark wild wheat and adding a little bit of white. Can you see me? I'm going to check that. Yep. Okay. If you have sentiment or Christmas, that's got something similar. This card, what I did, I don't know whether I don't think I explained. This is the leaf collection or whatever that brown stamp set. I heat embossing. This was shaded spruce, which I heat embossed and fussy cut that in it's heat embossed in clear. So that's what I used on that one. It the process, but it comes out really nicely. So right now we have a kids collection sale. Lots of at the moment are currently not available. So doesn't mean they're not doesn't mean they're never coming back, but at the moment they're sold out. So therefore we don't know whether they'll come back during a sale, but there's up to 30% off kids. So whatever's there, there's some I saw yesterday I checked. There's some Christmas tags in there. There's Christmas cards in there if you are after festive kind of things. I'm using old olive here. And great little gifts if you're after. And if you're a demonstrator, you get your discount on top of the sale price. So just keep that in mind too. Yeah, I'm a little bit out there, but that's okay. So, which brings me to my next thing. We have a starter kit schedule until the 31st of October. And for $169, you can choose 286 dollars of products. So you can add kits, you can add any of our sale products, you can add any of those close to my heart products which are on sale. That's going to give extra value in your product, essentially because the price of the product is less. If I'm explaining myself correctly. So worth a try if you are unsure or it's something you have been thinking about. You go, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's the right thing. Give it a try. I mean, you've got nothing to lose. You're getting a good value. You can customize it, and it's lots of fun. And you get to craft, so extra and have a discount, extra benefits. I'm just adding old olive. I'm just going with the light right at the moment. I'm going to see how if I add with this shaded spruce, how that's going to turn out. It could turn out really good. We'll see. So testing. If I go shaded spruce first and a dark olive might be a bit more visible. Can not quite. Not trying. That's light. It does change the tone a bit. It just brings it a bit deeper. Might be okay. But in hindsight, if I can't work with that, I'm just going to go with the shaded spruce for now. And it's going to bring that cool tone a bit into this card. There's so many of these little leaves. As you go through them, you'll see them. They're teeny. There's another one. So has anyone got the new online exclusive product? Now this is a demo pack which we get to pre-order them. They're available next month, but I just ordered it earlier this week. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. Ordered a few things, but I also ordered some online exclusives which have been on my list for a while, like that sled bundle. So I'm a bit excited to get that. I've loved it from the minute I saw it, but I didn't get it. I thought that's it. I'm getting it. I like how these colors are coming together. Do you like the wild weed and the shaded spruce? Sometimes there's variation between the light and the dark. It can be quite marked, but you don't have to use the dark if you don't need to. Just stick with the light if you prefer. All right, now back to the second one. There's a bit of coloring that it gives a nice effect. And a bit over the line here, a bit, I think. When you layer the birds and things, it's just gonna, it may cover up some of that, but I'm not too worried. The color lifter will help we need to use it. So that's how it's coming out. I do like this colors together. I don't think I've tried that together. That's a nice combo for leaves. Wild weed, I love it, and I wish it was going to hang around because it's such a nice color. All right, we're getting bigger. And a little bit of green everything. A lot of it I use imagination because it's not fabulous. It especially when it's big small, yeah, that's good. And I can see bits, and that's probably why I sometimes miss these little bits. A little bit of white is okay too, because then you have a bit of variation on those berries. All right, now what should we do on our little branch? Let's get one of our maybe crumb cake just to keep it soft. Sometimes it's a bit tricky when you're working with different elements and different colors, and the Regal floral is quite a vibrant color, yeah. So it's So this is dark crumb cake. I'm just going under where those berries meet, just bringing in some darker sections. So it looks like there's some shadow there, it's a bit of pink there. I think that's okay. So as we put them together, I think it'll come right. So now do some die cutting after that. Leave that for now. Let's bring in our garden green. I'm gonna bring a shade of spruce. Just gotta cool that down a bit. If garden green put a warmer tone green, I wanted to kind of blend it in. Blue. Get my green blending brush. And I'm just going around the edges so it will have your basic garden green under, but it's going to give a light of blue tinge. Not that it's the greeny blue which shaded spruce has. It's a slight difference, but you can see the difference there. And on this, I just need one side because it's just a border. Right, so we'll glue these together. I'll share the measurements in my newsletter to my subscribers. So if If you would like the measurements, just subscribe and I'll have all the measurements up in metric and imperial. There. Now I've got my little wild wheat piece. Now this is going to be at the bottom, and do this a lot. I use my like um, strips, I should say, like scrappy bits for borders and things like that. It just adds something. I will trim that. So, okay. So what now we have to do is we've got a couple of these, and we've got a birds. Get some washi, and then I've also got a few. I may put a few sprigs, which is also from the winterly treetop, the dye. Make the most of those dyes. It's a good little bundle, and it's all occasion really because it's not Christmas at all. So I'm going to be using another set for the sentiment, but you can use this for anything. Just taking the excess stickiness off that because I don't want that to rip after all my little effort of coloring it. All right, so we can die cut that. That I look at one side, I need to take care, and I look at the other side, it's not right. I'll put another washi. Goodness, I've been sad. Tricky. They don't want to get die cut. All right. So birdies are done. And I just gently remove it. That's our birds ready. Now we'll do the sprigs or the greenery. I didn't add shading on it, and you could. For the sake of time, I may have added something a little bit at the base, which we could after I die cut it. I may add on the larger leaves a little bit, just for something. The little ones, I don't do too much. That's a very soothing color palette. Those colors just find it. It would look beautiful with a white color. Like, so that's the one. And we'll do the second one. Then I'm going to do, I think, the little sprig in white because I'm not sure what color I want them in. By doing it in white, it just allows me to then adjust my color palette accordingly, and then I've not committed to a color, some colors. Because sometimes once you see the card, you go, "Oh, I wish I had this color," and sometimes white might be good as well, and you never know what's gonna work. And many times I do that with my white. It just gives me some flexibility. And we've all got heaps of white scrap, right? Starting the 1st of November on the Stamping Lounge Facebook page, we are having a 12 days of Christmas. So for 12 days, we will be sharing a challenge. So anyone can join in. It's free. It's on our Facebook page. You just need to go make sure you follow us there so you can see the challenges. You can share your projects there. We've got some fun things there, which we'll be sharing every day. Come and hop on and play along. Good for inspiration. Okay. Well, I should have kept my typewriting machine, but that's okay. So I've got to work out my embossing folder. Whether do I go with plaid or maybe not, because I've got plaid here. So our bird is going to go there. So I think the white is nice against all that mix of color. There's a lot going on with the color. And so now this is where I was going to bring, had no clue what I was doing, but I'm going to cut it in half. Right. I could go either under over. You see there. Then I'm going to take the other one that's going in the same direction. Like that. Like that. Then you got the birds there. All right. Might even, instead of pushing that right to the corner, I might leave a bit of a white gap there. So I have the plaid. One might go plaid. I think we'll bring some continuity there. What do you think? Or have you got some suggestions that may work? We can always try some different colors because I have not picked a card base. It's a bit of a mystery, a mystery I was stamping today. I didn't know where the color palette was going to go. So all suggestions welcome. So this is the Forever Plaid. The sketch plaid is, I keep saying sketch plaid, and sketch plaid is the stamp set. That is there, the background stamp. That's a good one too. And I've embossed this crooked. Okay. If I do it on an angle, the crooked ain't gonna matter too much. It moved. I moved it, guys. When it's crooked, make it completely crooked. That's my intro. Alright, so I'm thinking with this, we'll try one in really deep shaded spruce. These little leaves. Where is my shaded spruce? Okay. Oh yeah, right next to me. Right. So that'll stand out against the lighter colors of the ink blending. And one more, which I'll just have as an extra. We may not need it, but just have as a spare. Okay. I'm gonna chop that because I don't want to add more white like normally I would make it quicker, but I think it's just got a bit busy at the moment, so I'm just gonna trim that, just mark that down straight, and then I will go my fingers are so what size is that so far? Still a bit wonky. Oh, that's about a 13, 14.3, 0.2. I think maybe not. I don't know. I think that's too big. Let's measure. Got a 3.8. Okay. That's not too bad. Now don't ask me how the rest is bad. Clearly something wasn't quite right to start with. But that's okay. We'll go with it. All right. So we've just got to be on board than we planned. Just a little bit out. It's those, if it was the pattern a little bit, maybe that would have been fine. It's not. So I'm sticking this down before I keep looking at it. I think. All right. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, I haven't got that centimeter, but we'll do that. This one's going to stay there. I might shift that to the right a bit instead of having it center like I did for the previous card. And I'm just using, this is okay, glue. The flowers are all over the place. Sometimes, you know how sometimes they, it looks more upright in the ways. Now we'll bring in our wild wheat panel and we'll just bring that in a little bit. So there's a bit of white on the left-hand side. So now it's time to add our bird and all that. And then I'll just put a couple across that branch. Starting stamping dimensionals, sorry, I didn't mention that. It's just dimensionals are just double-sided adhesive in that sense, but it has form, so it pops things up. Now here is where I'll put our branches, and I'll add them with some dimensionals up the top, and then I'll be able to tuck. If I don't put too much dimension at the bottom, I'll be able to tuck it in. And I'm having the two that go in the same direction by that way. I'm just adding a little bit of glue at the bottom. I will add that in under. And I'm pushing that kind of further up so you get some, see, I want that a bit, you can see that more, the nice leaves there. And then we have our little leaves or sprigs, curling them with a bone folder. Adding a little bit of glue. Probably should have tried where I'm going to put it first, but that is all right. Maybe one in here. So I'm sort of, it's kind of just going to lay where there. It's not right down the base, but it's going to be in the middle. But I'll cover the bottom so you can't see where the bottom of the rig is. The next one, I'll probably add one there, so that's giving height. There. And that's gonna go in there. And I'll just press it down a bit so the glue is sticking. That one down here. Maybe under there. So I just want it a little bit shorter, so I'm going to trim this down so I can insert that in there. I can still see those leaves, but I just wanted it a little bit under there. Pushing it between the berries here and that's the leaves. So you're getting the different dimension. So that's the matte layer done. We just need to add this to a card. I'll forget otherwise that it's not a card yet. Not a complete card. So we could go white, or I just had a thought. I'll try. Let me bring in either Blackberry Bliss or Moody Mauve. Get my cardstock. Alright, so let's take the white away. And how does Moody Mauve look? What are your thoughts, people? What do you think on this one? We could do Moody Mauve, or we could go Blackberry Bliss and Blackberry Bliss and pop these up. That might be nice too. I'll try. You can tell these two colors are probably not the colors I generally use as stargazers. So I don't have a ready-made. No. Well, Moody Mauve and Blackberry. Let's go that again. And my preference is this. Just like that depth of when you add 2 layers of the same color, it's going to give you more depth in that card. I will bring in just for some extra differentiation. I will add some Blackberry Bliss blending on the base. Just around the edge. We'll just add a subtle difference in the 2 layers. So now we can add the matte layer. Adding the dimensionals, and we'll get a sentiment together. Would you put this combination together, or would you substitute another paper, another designer series paper in there, or would you substitute maybe a different stamp set? What do you like? What's your takeaway? Maybe is there something that you liked here that you would use in your crafting? Let me know. Would love to hear. Quite a rich a lot of colors there. And for a sentiment, I have got greetings of the season. Probably just going to try and do Merry Christmas, just straight across on some just scrap colored stock I've got. We've got the Christmas. You can go happy, maybe happy. I feel like Mary has to be with the Santa Claus or something. The birds sort of happy vibes. Um, I don't know. It's just Mary seems more jolly, and happy seems more subdued. Right, so I might do just a basic black sentiment. Hopefully, fairly easy to line up because it's a photopolymer and we can see through. Complete silence while I stamp. There we go. Get the sentiment fairly just simple. We've got a lot going on in the card itself. That was close. That is fine. Okay. So maybe just across like that, or somewhere across. You could even do it that way. Just mix it up a little bit. But I kind of feel bad when I do that because the birds, I like the bird. So let's see where these guys are going. So we need one there. I'm trying not to place the dimensionals where they're on uh, the birds or any of those other elements which are already raised. So I probably only need it on that section, and the rest of it I will just add a touch of glue and keep it simple. Still not sure where I want it. I'm gonna commit. Yeah. All right, just for some embellishment, I've got these. Oops, carry them over. Regal foiled adhesive backdrops. They are part of this suite which the designer series paper comes from. And I think the green would be nice. I wouldn't have thought, but or even pink. That'd be too much difference, maybe. No, that's actually working. maybe one there. So just done it like that. I'm just moving it so that you can kind of see it. I don't press it down till I'm 100% sure where I want it to go. For the inside of the card, I did initially have a black, oops, this matte, but of course now I've changed that because I was going to do a white um, card base. We have got this little strip, which would be nice, and I could do it like that. So let's do some ink blending in green, just for a variation against that blackberry bliss, and we can have that. Mm, I'm gonna do it like this. Trying to see what the best way is to see like that. I'm just using the extra little sprigs I had to embellish the inside of my card. So we have a nice cohesive. Could add another sprig if you want to. I'm just gonna add that in there. And it just brings it together nicely. Let's say that's quite a heavy, like solid card. It's got a few layers. It's got a bit of layers there. I'll bring in my first card. If you were posting this, if any of your Christmas cards, I would think, especially like in Melbourne at the moment, the weather is so up and down, and you don't know what's going on. All your hard work, just make sure. I would put it in maybe um, little cellophane wrap, like it just protects your cards, and it just makes sure that your card gets to the recipient nicely. Last thing you want is all that nice work just to be ruined by a shower of rain that messes it up. So this was my first card with the Reindeer Days bundle. I used the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. This paper. Oh, I'm sorry, Fiona. Oh, both Leanne and Fiona said Moody Moore, and I didn't even see your comments till now. I apologize for that. I just that my the internet was a bit slow in giving me those comments. I apologize for that. The Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper is part of our product give back. So every 425, every paper pack sold, you Stamping Up will donate 425 towards children's literacy. So that is from that pack of paper. So that was my same layout, just different paper, different embossing folder, and some just just showing you how you can use the same thing in various ways with different products or whatever product you have. Maybe it's retired, maybe it's new, whatever you've got, use it. I hope you've enjoyed that. And I just for this one, I just used the designer series paper to decorate that. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you working with me through this process and for all your comments and feedback. I do appreciate it. And thank you so much for those of you who have shared it as well. That is really valuable to me as well. I appreciate you sharing the love. Um, I will catch up with you next week. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.